Welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's been built, not bought. Today, we're going to talk about a watch, and this watch is the Orient Bambino Gen 2 in a blue-black dial. You guys ask about this watch all the time. I wear it pretty often in the videos just to kind of mix it up. You guys know I'm often in my G-Shock. That's usually what I wear. But when I want to go out with friends or, dress up a little bit, I wear my Orient Bambino. So let's talk about it. Let's get this off my medium small wrists. And for being as strong as I am doing the arm wrestling and whatnot, I actually have relatively small wrists. So it's important that I find watches that complement me rather than look too big or too small. For example, that Seiko SK5 you guys used to see on the channel, I've since gotten rid of. It was too small for my wrist. This is about right. We got a 42mm case, which for me can be worn well, provided it's not too tall. And this one's not. It lays pretty flat. Here, is that showing up? There we go. This one's not too tall. Lays pretty flat, which I like. Here's this on the wrist. It's very awkward on camera. This is why I don't do a lot of watch stuff, but you can see. She lays pretty flat, which I really appreciate, actually. So a very striking watch. Beautiful blue dial. Black around the edges. And my lighting's not going to want to work with this, but let's talk about some stats. So I'm finding this bad Larry on eBay for about 180 bucks, which isn't bad. So if you wanted to look sharp going out, it's not too expensive, right? So you got a date complication, and that's it, which I really prefer. The case thickness is only 12 millimeters, which really helps it lay nice. You do get this black leather band with it. You guys have seen this with a steel band. I've since gone back to the black leather. I just kind of prefer it. I just think it's better looking and it's a lot more comfortable to wear. I don't like things flopping around on my wrists, so for me, the steel bands and stuff, I just can't get into them. I think they look cool. It's just not for me. Plus, my wrists either swell up or shrink depending on if I've been training. So I need a watch that I can kind of, adjust the size of as needed. But it's an automatic movement. You got self-winding and hacking. That's kind of the reason I bought it. The water resistance is up to 30 meters. I've gotten it wet a few times. Nothing crazy. There she is up close. I really like the second hand a lot. It's a polished case. They started making this in 2010, I think it came out. Still in production. Everybody likes these. Very reasonable. I want to say this is a mineral case. I don't think it's sapphire, so it is prone to scratching. Mine hasn't yet. Pretty sure. And I think they saved some money on that, which is cool. Back on the wrist, there she be. Sharp looking. Blue goes with more stuff than green, so that's kind of why I went with the blue. I don't have to coordinate so much. It always looks kind of sharp with what I'm wearing. I wear a lot of blue. One of my favorite colors. Probably my favorite color. Just a good looking son of a gun, Very reflective in the light, but it looks really nice. There's the band. Looks good, wears nice. Get this kind of like it on the edge there. Keep that little tab down. But she's good looking. This is just a wham bammer. I don't want to get into watches. I'm kind of done with flashlights. They're just a pain in the butt to film. Hard to riff on. I don't know a ton about watches, so I don't want to be too far out of my element. But they're good looking. I mean, it's really, really good looking. And that's kind of why I bought it. However, what are the cons? So every time I touch this watch, every time I go to put this watch on, I have to set the date and time. Because I don't wear it every day. I wear it like every other day, every third day. And because of that, it's always a little bit off, which is very, very annoying to me. Coming from a G-Shock that updates with the atomic clock and or your phone, I've gotten very spoiled with not having to mess with these suckers. So here's some different angles. I like it. I like this watch a lot. I have no plans on selling it. You guys know I had the green one and I got rid of that back in the day. I think the blue's a bit nicer looking. It goes with more stuff. That green one had a gold looking case too. I prefer the silver. So yeah, good looking watch. Would I recommend you buy it? If you can find it for under 200 bucks, yes. 200 or over, I think you get some better options out there that can hold time a little bit better, a little easier to mess with. This one's not bad. I really like the crown a lot. It's easy to work with. It's easy to set and hack. It's appropriately sized. I love this watch. I think it's great. But I don't know. I'm just kind of spoiled with the G-Shocks and, those types of watches. I just needed something to go out with where I could look presentable. And this does the trick. So this saves you a lot of money. If you're just trying to look presentable, highly recommend. But if you want an everyday watch, I think you can do a little bit better. I would even look at the Seiko line, even though I think Seiko is pretty much overpriced. I kind of look at Seiko as like the Spyderco of watches. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's how I feel about it. Anyway, that's it for me, Wham Bammer. Let me know what you think about the watch. Do you guys own Orients? What other models do you prefer over this one? And what other competitive options should I check out next? I don't want this to turn into a watch channel or anything, but once in a while I like to mix it up. But look what a pain it is to, get this on camera and shoot it. It's just awkward for me. So anyway, no big deal. I'm happy to show it, and I like to mix up the channel when I can. That being said, don't expect a ton of watch stuff in the future because I really don't buy them often. Not really a focal point of mine. I have my G-Shock 5600 Blackout, and I've never looked back. Kind of like my Endura 4, right? Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you think competitive options would go against this one pretty well. See the way it lays really nice. I actually really like the way it lays. It's getting pretty broken in after about a month and a half of wearing this leather band. Overall, I'm very pleased with it. That being said, every time I pick it up, I know I need to set it. So, not a big deal, but not my favorite thing in the world. Sometimes I'm on my way out the door and I don't set it, and all day long I have incorrect time. So it's just basically because I want to wear it as an accessory because it goes with something I'm wearing or helps me look more professional in a setting, something like that. But on a whole, it is a good watch. Is it a good only watch? Is it a good everyday watch? Probably not. I think there are other automatics that are a little bit more precise. I don't know what movement this is, 23 Joule, what, I forget, but it seems to lose time within a day or two. So, you got to reset it, no big deal. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time, 5 Minute Knives.